Alright, here's today's adjustments on the super guitar pickup experiment. This time I stuck the transformer right up against the column. Yeah, before I thought right out there in the middle of the beam would pick up the most vibration. Apparently I was wrong, because last night I read a book on seismometers, and it says if you make a seismometer, it's best to connect it to a cement floor or to a support column. Yeah, the seismometer I saw in the book was just a coil with an iron core, and there was a magnet next to it on a spring. And whenever the ground would shake, the magnet would move past the coil and generate electricity. Yeah, and the output from the coil went to a 741 operational amplifier, and it also went to a 386 audio amplifier. So you could power a needle, an LED, and hear it through a buzzer. So I stuck that right on the beam right next to the column, and I added more magnets to it. And I still have the magnets on the entire length of the beam. Yeah, I have the shield wire going to the grounded part of the transformer, and it also connects right to the beam. And the center copper conductor goes to one winding, through both the windings, into the grounded shielded conductor. Yeah, you really should twist those wires right up to the output so there's no interference with anything else. Yeah, you have to make sure the windings in a transformer are wired in phase. In phase just means the way the wire is wrapped in those two coils matches. Just like the last one, I have the twisted pair going over to a grounding block into some coax and then up to my stereo. So let's go upstairs and try it out. Yeah, it's pretty much doing the exact same thing the other one did. Normally when you generate electricity, you have a magnetic field passing by a coil that has an iron core. With a pickup like this, you have all three things combined: the magnetism, the coils, and the iron core. And what happens is, when a piece of iron passes by the end of the coil, it induces a current into the coils. And that small amount of current that it generates, it goes and gets amplified and put out speakers. Yeah, that coil will sense any magnetic vibration and put it out through the speakers. Yeah, there's a possibility of a thunderstorm this weekend, so we're gonna see what it does if there's a thunderstorm. Yeah, experiments like this just never get old for me. Yeah, with these things, once I find the North Pole with the compass, I can pretty much visualize how it's going to induce current into anything that's nearby. I wonder if I'll be able to hear the motors kick on in that furnace right there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but I don't think it's working 100% yet. I'm telling you, a magnet is just a static electric battery that puts out electricity that we can't feel. I would say like really dense static electricity that we can't feel at all or see. Yeah, when you pass the magnet past a piece of wire, it puts electrons in it and just bumps them off the end of the wire. That's like the time where I did an experiment where I took two mirrors and faced them towards each other and put a laser between them. And the laser bounced back and forth between the mirrors. And then for some reason it all clumped together like planets forming in space. Yeah, I tried this in different places on the mirror. I tried it with several different mirrors and it all had the same result every time. Yeah, there was a few times where I swear I saw magnets bending light. Just like how Einstein's experiment with the solar eclipse was. He knew where the stars were supposed to be, but then when the solar eclipse happened, he can see them in a different place. And that's how he proved his theory. I'm telling you, I think magnets, heat, gravity, light, electricity, I think it's all the same thing, just different forms of it. I might even say time, too. Yeah, that's like these experiments with placebo medications actually curing people. It's like, really, how does it do that in some people? A few times in my life, I've seen a room full of people with PhDs. They can't figure out a problem, but then somebody who never went to school just walks in the room, and all of a sudden they figure out the answer in like 2 seconds. That's because when you go to school, those colleges teach you that there's only one way and only one way only to do things. And then somebody who doesn't go to school has a much wider perspective and more open mind. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and that should keep you busy for a while.